This is going the wrong way. Alright. Sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to keep it this way. I apologize, guys. My phone keeps saying to rotate my screen, and I hate when that happens because it makes the screen like I can still do the reading. It just the screen looks a little black, so it's hard for me to read your comments. So I apologize for that, and sorry for my jungle of my plants. They're just like getting so big. Oh my goodness! And I'm running out of room. I just got a whole bunch of more plants, and I'm just running out of so much room. All right, sorry guys. And I can't put it. It's too heavy to put on top of the phone. Okay, because they're getting way too big now. Look how quick these grow, guys. Isn't it insane? Like, remember how like just the other day it was like up here only one leaf and this much, and look, there's another new baby here, and it has another one already. Like, oh man, and it's thirsty too, so I have to. Today's my watering day. I'm gonna water it, but usually it's not. It wouldn't be for another couple of days, but it's spring now, so I figured I'd do a reading first because it takes me so long, and I didn't realize how late it was already. It takes me, oh, Jesus Lord, it takes me so long to water them because I bottom feed them, and I have a lot of plants, a lot of plants. All right, guys. So, hey everybody. Hi Jenny, how you doing, honey? Hi George, how you doing, honey? I know, you should see. Do you guys see my new ones I just got? Oh my god, I just did it. I just got 6 new beautiful. These are my prayer plants. That there's like one, and then I got the other ones are up more, but I got 6 new ones today and 2 new aloes, and they're so beautiful. Like you've got to see them. They're so gorgeous. This one's big. They're all pet friendly. They're like really healthy. I mean, they're fine for like their prayer plants are all. They call them prayer plants because I don't know if you remember my Triscanthia star plant from like a while ago. It was very colorful, very beautiful, but they go up like and at nighttime and in the morning they go up like they're praying, and then during the day like it ends up going down where like the leaves like at nighttime the leaves go up, and then during the day they go down. But yeah, they're so pretty. And then I got 4 new fig trees right here the other day. 4 different fig trees. So excited about that. For all 4 of them are different kinds, but I'm so excited. But anyway, the other ones are up there, all the way up there. I have to move things around, but I'll show you this one right here. I can reach it. Ow. The other one's way too high up, and it's like, oh, look how pretty. And they look like, my daughter was like, are they real? They look fake, but they're real. They're prayer plants. And they're so gorgeous. Like, look at the foliage. They're so gorgeous, and they literally look fake, but they're real. They're completely real. Alright, I'll just grab it anyway because it's so cute. Yeah, see, these leaves are already starting to go up. Look at them ones. And that's purple. And like I don't know if y'all can see. And these are healthy. I mean, they're healthy for cats too. And they're so cute. Okay. So, hello everybody. I hope you're all having a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are. I forgot my intro. Oh my goodness. Just had to vacuum this up earlier too because it got everywhere. Put it in here. Hello, collective, wherever you are. Hope your summer safe, surrounded by love, light, happiness, joy, abundance, and filled with so much faith. Real quick, can you do me a favor, please? Please hit the like button. Please hit share. Please hit subscribe. And please turn that notification bell on to all so you can always be updated whenever I put another message out there for you guys. And if you like to donate, you do not have to. It is not a requirement, but it is truly appreciated. The information is in the description box down below. Oh, I can probably hang it on top of this other the wandering Jew plant that I have. If I can get it to. It's literally called that. It's called a wandering Jew. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. They're just like all over the place. Alright, there you go. That works. It's so many. It's just like about to hit me in the forehead now because I have the way I have it. Alright, so Please give mine without watching any of my readings or anything that I post here in understanding and agreement that I'm not reliable nor responsible for anybody's actions but my own. So please only take what resonates and leave what does not resonate for whom it resonates for. Remember, he could be a she could be he, or roles could be for her. So just don't make anything fit that doesn't fit because you don't want to break your beautiful divine puzzle. They look, don't they? Ain't they so gorgeous? I'm so excited. I love plants. I love plants. Clyde is sleeping on the bed behind me. So yeah, you're getting Ace of Pentacles that's coming in, or the very first card was Ace of Pentacles in the upper right. A financial blessing, something, a gift from God. It can't be stolen, it can't be taken. All aces are gifts from God. It can't be stolen, can't be taken. You know, if anybody gets a grubby little pulse on it, it's only an illusion. You know what I mean? And it'll come back to you even more than what it started off with. But you're getting it for ending some sort of cycles, whether it was like relationships, you know, people, places, or things, you know, and moving forward, doing things in the upright and continuing to make the right choices. You could have an ex that's trying to stop this from coming in, or somebody trying to stop this from coming in. It's not going to happen. This is already written. It's already written, so it's already happening. This the amount of work that you've done. So I don't know if this happened yet or if you're about to, but it's coming in. All right. If it didn't happen already, you know what I mean. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? Page of Pentacles, you're about to know. You didn't get it yet. You're about to find out. You're about to get a message, Page of Pentacles, about this Ace of Pentacles, to get this blessing, a generous blessing. It's a financial blessing, okay? A gift from God, okay? So you're about to be hearing about this. Maybe you're going to, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is something that's owed to you, if it's like an income tax, or if like, you know, there's money that's owed to you. If it's like a deal of some sort, like, you know, I don't know, something that you're working on, if it's through work or whatever the situation is, but you're about to find out about this, so you're about to get a message of it. Or if it's something that you know, if it was like a loan, something, I don't know, something like this, okay? Queen of Wands, yeah, because you've been standing in your power, okay? You've been standing in your power, looking damn good, too. You're very good looking, and you're a natural born leader. So you could also, with the Page of Wands, I mean the Queen of Wands here, it says it's the Queen of the Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. You could also, it could be an authority figure that that you're getting this message from. So it could be law enforcement. It could be like it could be like, you know, it could be the government. You know, it could be like somebody in authority that's giving this. You know, this could be something that's owed to you. But you're getting this because you're standing in your power, you're doing the right thing, you're taking a lead, you're not a born leader, and you've been, you know, ending cycles and ending, you know, situations that you've been being divinely guided to end. You're doing the right thing and making the right choices. Four of Wands, okay? Yeah, and you have a solid foundation. This could be, with a Four of Wands, it could be a house. Maybe a loan for a house. It could be a house that's owed to you. Maybe something that was, you know, somebody could have passed away, unfortunately. My deepest condolences, and possibly left you a house. But or this is like, whatever this is, it's leaving you to a solid foundation, okay? But a house could definitely be involved. But whatever this money is, it's leaving you solid and secure, okay? So, and again, it can't be taken, it can't be delayed, it can't be none of that, all right? I mean, I feel like this is something that's been owed to you, something that was supposed to come to you, but there was people doing some reckless stuff, like trying to stop it, block it, steal it, delay, whatever the situation is. But for you standing in your power and continuing to do the right things and everything else, like, you know what I'm saying, and ending cycles that you need to end, for the amount of work that you've been doing, like there's no more, you know what I mean, no more delays. Ten of Pentacles. I had a feeling, but like, I'm so just, you know what I mean? We hear about the inheritance a lot. Well, I have a lot of the same, you know, people on my channel. So like, of course, it's going to be a reading, keep coming over and over again. Plus it's going through a lot of people. This could be an inheritance. It's generational wealth, whatever this is. So with that Page of Pentacles to the Four of Wands, there could be a house, okay? And the Ten of Pentacles, it's generational wealth, whatever this is. So yes, you're definitely going to have a solid foundation. You're going to have a lot of money to be able to leave behind to your children, or, you know, loved ones, okay, when it's your time to go back home. But it's not your time anytime soon. So somebody could have passed away. This could even been something that you did. It could have been stocks, bonds, something that you, a trust, something like that, okay? But it's trust fund. But I feel like it's an inheritance. You know, 10 Pentacles, most of the time it is an inheritance, doesn't have to be. But with that Four of Wands, I feel like there's a house involved. I feel like there could have been somebody that passed away, they left you a house, and You know what I mean? Possibly a house and a lot of money. And the Four Wands, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles to the Four Wands. So I feel like there could be a house involved or whatever it is. It's a lot of money and it's leaving you very secure. So we already had the Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Four Wands, and the Page of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands in the upright. So this is looking very good. Like, there's a lot of money that's coming in for you. Nothing negative so far. Ten of Pentacles, generational wealth. Get ready, because here it comes. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Please and thank you. Somebody abused their power. Somebody abused their power. Okay. Knight of Cups. You have a solid love offer coming in as well. Somebody abused their power. Wow, yeah. Somebody took some careless, reckless action that they can't take back. Somebody could have lost a job from doing this. King of Wands in the reverse. Somebody could be descending now too. I don't know why I got that, but yeah, somebody abused their power. This King of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They took some careless, reckless action that they can't take back. And you know, I don't know if this is like they could have either lost a job or they're losing finances, maybe because if this is something that they stole from you, it's getting ripped out of their hands and coming to you, okay? Or if they were paid to come against you, it's not happening. So if they were promised this money, you know, when it was really going to you, they're not getting it, okay? And now somebody wants to come and offer you a solid love offer, okay? And I feel like this could be an ex here too that wants to do that because they're going to need you now. They literally are going to need you. So be mindful of any exes trying to double back. Hell to the no, okay? I don't speak on marriages. Again, I don't speak on marriages. I tell you that all the time. If you're married and you are split up or if you're thinking about splitting up, you got to take that up with God. I don't speak on marriages. But if it's like an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, or if you're in a shaky relationship with somebody that's like a boyfriend or girlfriend, not a husband, or a wife, I don't speak on marriages. You got to take that up with the Lord. But on like boyfriends or girlfriends, okay, whether if you're in a relationship and you're on shaky grounds and you don't trust the person and you're being like, you feel intuitively like this person's not for you, they've already showed themselves, you need to cut that person off, okay? You need to break up with them before this is going to come in. And I feel like if that's the case, you're going to do that, and that's what's waiting because this person's just using you. But or maybe you've already done that, okay? That was part of the situation, what you had to do. But you have a solid love. There's an ex that wants to come back in, but I also feel like you have a solid love offer coming in from a true person, because an ex it would be in the reverse, you know what I mean? So and it's because they need you there, you know what I'm saying? They lost, their finances are messed up, and like I said in the beginning, there's an ex that's trying to stop this from coming in, and it's not happening. They're doing everything they can to try to end this for you, but it's not happening. All right. And what, probably confirmation, probably because they were promised this, they were probably paid to get rid of you or to get close to you, to try to knock you off, and they were promised all this money that they weren't getting, okay? Or if they did get, they're caught up with now and they have to come back. Now it's coming back to you, so now they're going to need you. Plus they've been doing a lot of attacks, trying to stop you, block you, delay you. They're doing a lot of money blockages on you, and you're breaking free up, and now it's backfiring onto them. So yeah, someone's name could be Lee or Leah, could be someone's name. Daniel or Danny could be someone's name. Six of Wands in reverse. They did not get the victory, okay? They're not going to, and they're mad. They're mad because they did not get the victory here. So now what they want to do is they want to come in. What's the course they want here too? Longevity protects against infirmities. It's in the reverse, okay? So yeah, they're mad because they're not protected, okay? And they're going to be going through, they didn't get the victory, whatever they thought they were going to do to you. They could have been trying to attack your well, they were attacking your finances, attacking your business, okay? And now it backfired onto them by abusing their power. So they're getting nowhere because they're doing everything in a negative, by abuse of power in a negative, okay? You're doing everything in the upright where you need to be, okay? Whoever I'm reading for, you're doing everything in the upright. All right, 4 cups, all right, yeah. So now they're mad because they're losing out on opportunities. They realize that, you were their person, their blessing, and they fumbled the ball. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of at this time, please and thank you? See, and exactly like these three cards, I just realized these three cards at first they look like they were about to come out in the upright, then they went in the reverse. So that tells me everything right there too. So they thought they were going to be doing the right thing. They thought that by going against you, that was the right way to go, that this was going to happen. And then just to find out who they were messing with, and now everything's out on the table here. Everything's starting to come out, you know, because you're cutting people off, you're doing the right thing, you're getting in your purpose or on your way there. They weren't expecting that to happen. Also, like I said, so now that everything's out and open, now people are finding out what's going on, and you know you're finding out what's going on too. They can't oppose you. Okay, it's already out there. It's already out on the table. You know what I mean? So they're not getting their victory out of this, and now they're realizing that they messed up big time. What they thought was the right hand to do, what they thought was the right thing to do, was completely the wrong thing. They weren't betting on you getting into your purpose, or being strong enough to be able to go on after everything they've done to you. And now they're upset. Okay, Six of Pentacles. You're getting a generous blessing to the point where you're going to be able to bless the pockets of other people. And you know what I mean? And I feel like you might have an ex that wants to come in. They want to act like they want to be generous. High priestess, yeah, they got caught because you're a high priest, a high priest or high priestess. You're tapped all the way in. You're a spiritual leader. You use your gifts for the good. All right, so they got caught. Like I caught that card. All right, they weren't expecting you. Like I said, they weren't expecting you to be able to go on after everything they did to you. Right? They weren't expecting you to with all odds stacked against you, even with your whole world upside down, to be able to move forward, and not only move forward, you move forward victoriously and have this huge outlet, to figure out who you are, remember who you are, and not allow all the negativity to bring you down. Instead, you remembered who you are, and you started to make the right steps, okay, to come into your calling and to get into your purpose. All right. Because you're the star, exactly. The star. All right. So you're a very powerful high priest or high priestess, and you could definitely be a healer, a very powerful one as well. This lady over top of the Six of Wands in the reverse. So somebody was trying to steal your stardom, and they're unsuccessful with that. Okay. Also, what I'm getting with the Six of Wands in the reverse, followed by the High Priestess to the Star card in the upright. These two in the upright. So in the past, you weren't receiving what you should have, right? Possibly whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing. You were going through some sort of time of like stagnation, or like maybe because your world was upside down with all these cards were, right? But it was also due to people abusing their power, doing some reckless stuff, okay, and attacking you and everything else. But you know what I mean? And you were going through a time of not receiving what you should have been. All right. But now, since you've been standing in your power and doing, continuing to do the right thing in the upright, you're going to have major victory coming in. You're getting major success after a period of non-success, like not really getting much success. Well, I'm a sex. Maybe you were celibate. I already accidentally said sex, so maybe you were celibate. Maybe you're about to get some. I don't know. Be careful with that, okay? Because be careful with that, because that's a huge energy transfer, and when you're sticking wands into holes, that's if you're doing it with the wrong person, they will steal. You know what I mean? They can steal. They plant their their dirty deeds and suck out your goodness. So be careful with that. Make sure it's with your actual person, your divine counterpart. But you're going from some sort of not really getting many victories into major victories coming in, okay, because of you being this high priestess and the star, okay, you're having forward movement coming in. Three of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's this person who abused their power. They're not celebrating. They're not happy. They're really upset at the fact that they didn't get what they thought what they were going to get. Also, whoever this was, your ex that left you, right? They're upset because they didn't realize who you were, or if they did, they never thought you were going to walk into your destiny. They never thought you were going to, be able to do better and to have this huge outcome, okay? Like this, the rise of the phoenix. They counted you out. They didn't, because this person's a narcissist. They don't care about their relationships. Well, they care about what they can get out of a relationship. They don't care about the individual person. This is why they probably had multiple boyfriends or girlfriends, depending on if it's a male or a female. They've had multiple, you probably had to deal with that, them cheating on you and everything else. It's because they don't care about the individual person. They have multiple relationships to try to to get whatever they can. And, it could have definitely messed with your, self-esteem too. If they're cheating on you with people that are like, why would you even, like, not to say that you're better than them, but like, I don't know. I feel like somebody like that could have really. I feel like somebody like they were cheating on you with people that were like, why? You know what I mean? Not to be mean, but like, you know what I mean? Like after everything you've done for this person, like you know, like people that like you, why? You know what I mean? Like people that like get passed around a lot, or you know, like you just would never. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to say this without being like. You know what whoever this is for, you know what I'm talking about. And it's because they don't care about looks. They don't care about, you know, the loving nature that you are or any of that. All they care about is what they can suck out of you because they're a witch or a warlock. You know what I mean? They don't care about the person. They care about what they can get from you. So they have multiple people because they can get multiple different things from different people. All right. But now if they would have known who you were and that you were going to step into your calling, I guarantee you right now, not one narcissist in the world they would give up everybody else to have you because of what's about to come out for you, what you know, what's destined for you. They were counting you out and they were planning to steal your star and to walk away in your destiny. But that's not happening, okay? Three of Pentacles, okay? Somebody wants to collaborate with you now, or some sort of collaborations that's happening, but also these people that were collaborating to go against you, they're not happy, they're not celebrating because whatever they thought they were going to get, they're out of you, they're not getting because you stepped into your calling. You didn't just lie down and take it, right? You might have for a little bit, you know what I mean? When at first, my left ear's ringing, yeah, at first you did it, you know, you could have went through you know, that's normal, a time of depression, maybe, you know, bedridden, you could have been stuck in your house like looking a mess and not really doing much. That's fine, but you didn't stay stuck like that, okay? They expected you to count yourself out, to either self-delete or just completely go completely, you know, just downhill. But you didn't, you know, you went through your grieving process, but then, you know, you bounced back a lot faster than anybody ever expected. A lot of these people counted you out. They didn't expect you to bounce back at all, but you bounced back way better, bigger, more powerful. And not only that, within that time of your alone time and everything else, you know, it takes a lot of pain for you to, you know, a lot of times when somebody gets through such painful experiences, they either stay in that low or they use that experience like, oh, I'm not going to ever deal with this again and bounce out of it. You know what I mean? And that's confirmation. That's exactly what you did. And that's what you needed to do. And God knew you were going to do that. All right. So now these people are not celebrating. They're not happy about it at all. They're also not happy about whatever you're doing, whatever you're creating, and you working with other people and collaborating on whatever you're collaborating on. So these people, confirmation. And these people now, somebody could be a Libra. All right. Somebody could be a Libra. But you or somebody involved in the situation. But also, okay, some about Libra is justice, right? So the justice card and the collaborating, working with. So somebody's working on your behalf to bring you justice, or there could be the justice system working on wants to work with you, possibly. Okay. I forget what else I was about to say before that notification just came on. Oh yeah, these people that were once against you, now they were promised the world, okay, by these other people. They were told that they were going to get this, that, and the other, right? From you, but they didn't get it. Okay, they didn't get it, or if they did, they didn't get what they were promised. Okay, now there's other people that want to come double back, and they wish they worked with you. Instead, they realize it would have been a lot smarter idea to be on your side and to work with you than to go against you. Because trust and believe me when I tell you, they're all getting karma. They're receiving karma in a really, 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 really bad way, and they're going to have to watch you win if that's even possible. Because a lot of these people, they're like going to be terrified of you. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. The Ten of Pentacles on the fence, but more so in reverse. Yeah, because see what they did. They're not happy because now they give themselves a financial curse. They tried to write you out of some sort of will, inheritance, trust fund, something like this. They took this from you. They tried to write you out of this. But guess what? It's been discovered. Somebody's working with the justice system, or the justice system is working on your behalf to bring you justice. And you're on your way to get this inheritance or whatever this is. This Ten of Pentacles, generational wealth, while they see the Knight of Pentacles, somebody else in the reverse. So somebody else that got caught, okay, they got caught up taking this, so now they're being written out. They're whatever they've been doing to try to write you out of, you know, whatever this is, this inheritance or trust fund, stocks, bonds, whatever it is. you know, whatever the situation is, all right, they try to write you out of it, but it's coming back to you. So now you're getting justice. And they gave themselves a financial curse. And we're going to focus on you. Okay, it was on the fence a little bit more so in reverse, but that's because it's on this side with these people. They lost, somebody lost a very good paying job. You could have been the job. Okay, they could have been promising the world. You know what I mean? But somebody got paid, they lost a lot of money. They could have either took, I mean, somebody could have, you know, it could have been like a drug deal going wrong if somebody like sells drugs or something like that. Or it could be like, you know, they could be bad gamblers. Okay, they could have lost a lot of money in like a bad investment, or they could have lost, you could have been the job. You know what I mean? They could have looked at you as a job thinking that they're going to steal this from you, and they lost out because it's not happening. It's coming back to you, to its rightful owner. So we're going to focus on you and put it in the upright. And so this is telling me too, with this right here, it's on its way back to you, because they didn't get the victory out of taking this. If they did, it's already been discovered, and it's coming back to you. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. And whatever this is, you're single, self-sufficient, independent, or on your way there, okay? And this was, whatever this is, was supposed to leave you single, you know, leave you, not single, but like self-sufficient, independent, where if you were, you know, even if you were single, you didn't have to worry about anything, that all your needs were met and everything else. So, you know what I'm saying? And somebody, now again, some of these people want to double back because they gave themselves a financial curse. They're caught up in all types of bad karma. They want to come push their bad karma onto you and take some of your good karma, and they want you to be on their side. And they know that you're getting all this money that's coming to you. All right. And they know that you're single, self-sufficient, independent, or on your way there. But most of you already are. That's what you've been working through. You've been getting confirmation. You've been getting at taking care of yourself, working with all odds stacked against you. You're still coming out on top. Somebody wants to know how you're still standing. 10 of Cups. Okay, you're about to have a happy home, happy family, which fulfillment in your family life as well. Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, because these people are stuck where they're stuck in the rough waters. They can't move forward in the rough waters that they created. Okay, they didn't get the victory. What they were trying to do is have you stuck, have you stagnant. There's somebody wasn't planning on. See, they weren't planning on you moving forward, right? What they were planning on was you to be able to stay there, you be in that revolving door, so they can come and go as they please, and you know, do whatever they want to. Okay, and maybe because they did that to you a lot, but finally you put your foot down and you're like, I'm done with it, and put your sword up and cut the cords to move forward. You went through your healing process, and you're coming up out of the healing process. You got into your high priestess, you know, and figured out, you know, the isolation time, learning who you are, remembering who you are, learning your spiritual gifts, and you're getting into your destiny. And you know what I mean. Ace of Wands. Now you're getting passionate new beginnings. Okay, beautiful. Something about oatmeal could be significant. Somebody could eat oatmeal. I don't know, but something about oatmeal could be significant. But yeah, so now they're stuck in the rough waters, and they're not getting their victory because you move forward. Okay, and they weren't expecting this. And also, yeah, so now whoever this is, they are banking. They were really banking on coming back to you or getting whatever this money was, okay? Or if they did get the money, it's getting taken back from them, and any money that they spent, they're getting in trouble for, and they have to pay you back too. Plus, you know what I mean? So now they were really banking on this, and now that they're not getting it, they want to come double back on you, but that's not going to work. You're going to see through it. All right, and they're like really stuck in rough waters now because that was their only option, and now they want to come back. They want to ask you for a new beginning. They're going to try and say that they changed, but no. The fact of the matter is, they gave themselves a financial curse. They're screwed. They're not happy. They're in a very low place, and they can't move forward from you as well. All right, and they're trying to keep you stuck. Absolutely not. They see that you're the star. Now you over here, you're this high priestess that's in the upright, and you're the star. You're getting major victory in whatever you're doing with your spiritual gifts as well, and you're getting these passionate new beginnings. Okay, whatever this 10 of Pentacles that's coming towards you, and again, all aces are gifts from God. It can't be stolen. It can't be taken. You're getting a passionate new beginning. It's, you know what I mean. And also, like, look, this crown, you're getting crowned. Okay, and see how like the crown's being handed to you. Okay, so you're getting this new beginning just handed to you. All right, and it's because of the amount of work that you went through, the amount of pain, and agony and sorrow, everything you endured and the way you handled it, and you continue to handle it and to move forward and continue to end cycles and stay in the highest vibration of all. And now you're about to have a happy home, happy family. If you've been having family issues, like with your children or, family issues, don't worry. Like, everything is getting worked out. You're going to have a happy home and happy family. And if you've been wanting children or something like that, okay, if you always wanted kids and you couldn't have kids, you're going to, okay, you're going to have like a happy, you know what I mean? You're going to have a happy family. Yeah, somebody's having a kid. Somebody's going to find out they're pregnant. I don't know if this is somebody's having children. This could be a grandchild. This could be your kids. You might somebody might find out their kid's pregnant, or you could be pregnant. Or this could be like now. Somebody might find out they're pregnant now, or someone in the family. It's going to be very successful. It's going to be very happy. It's going to be very then the child's going to be definitely, possibly children, could possibly be twins. Okay, so the kids are going to be very healthy. The pregnancy, everything's going to go perfectly well, perfectly healthy. All right, but what do you call it? If it's not you, it doesn't have to. They're either pregnant now, they're going to find out about this, or it's going to happen when you come in. If it's you, if you're not in a relationship yet, you're going to. And if it's not your children or something like this, if there's not somebody that's pregnant, when you become into a relationship with your divine counterpart, you're going to get pregnant pretty quick. So make sure, if you had any addictions or anything that you had to work out, it's because of that. It's because you had to lose them, because very soon after you come into union with your divine counterpart, for some of you, you're going to get pregnant, and obviously you can't be on any drugs, alcohol, or cigarettes, or smoking if you're pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you had to overcome that, and maybe you did. And if that's the case, that's why, if you're being really urged to like quit, drinking, smoking, or doing anything like that, like anything that you shouldn't be doing, or eating healthy, especially if you've been noticing yourself eating a lot healthier lately, quitting a lot of things, and you're like, why am I, like, it just seemed like it was like out of nowhere that you started doing this. It's because God was divinely guiding you to do this, and it's because you're going to eventually, you're going to end up getting pregnant when you get into union with your divine counterpart, if you're the female. Even if you're a male, because even if you're masculine, you have to be healthy too when you're putting your seed into, you know what I mean? Yeah, something about eating healthy, because I've seen this as oatmeal. I've seen it as oatmeal for some reason. The devil. So some of these are trying to bind you, okay? Somebody's obsessed with you. They're trying to do something with addictions, okay? You might have an addiction that you need to release. All right, speaking of, but you're going to get the victory out of this. Somebody sold their soul to the devil for fame, and they're not getting that victory out of this. All right, this could be your ex. They probably put you up for a sacrifice, thinking that they could, take your stardom. No, absolutely, my right ear's ringing. That's not going to happen. You're getting these passionate new beginnings, okay? And somebody's obsessed with this. They're trying to bind you. They're trying to bind your star. But it's not going to work, okay? And they're trying to bind your new beginnings, okay? And it's not happening. Again, if you have any addictions or anything like that, you need to release them. Okay, and you releasing any addictions or anything is going to help you push everything forward a lot faster. For some of you, things would have happened sooner, but there are still either people, places, or things that you have not yet released. That could be addictions. It could be smoking, drinking. Especially if you're waiting on your divine counterpart. And if you're one of the ones that are meant to have a child, you know what I mean? It's going to happen pretty quick. So you know what I mean? You have to be completely sober and vigilant. So, and healthy, you know what I mean? You have to get you healthy so that when that happens, I'm not saying that you're going to, end up in a relationship and get knocked up the next day. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? But you need to, it's a process of being healthy and staying healthy, and you know what I mean? But if you do have any addictions, please try to release them. Okay. But somebody, I feel like they're just trying to bind your star. They're trying to steal your star. They're obsessed with you. And, someone's mad because they sold their soul to the devil for fame, and they're not getting it. They abuse their power by doing it. Somebody tried to sacrifice you to the devil, and that's not happening. Okay, 4 cups, and they're upset because they're losing out on opportunities. Somebody's obsessed with trying to make you lose out on opportunities, and that's not happening. They're watching you move forward. Their life's going down a shithole, and they're watching everything come in great for you, and they're really jealous and envious of you, and they're constantly trying to bind you, trying to make you lose out on opportunities, everything else. And they're jealous because they're, you know what I mean? They're jealous and they're envious of you. They're haters. Healing capacity, protection from weapons. Yeah, and wow, look on this card. It says healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety in travel. Okay, so somebody's always constantly trying to send some sort of attacks to you. What's this card, the devil card, say? Seduction and downfall, communication with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. Yeah, so somebody's in some dark cult coven, secret society, or whatever this is. They're doing some sort of dark magic on you and on your star. Okay, but it's not happening. Okay, because you're more powerful than them. And yeah, the amount of healing that you did, though, and you're protected from whatever weapons, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So whatever weapons that this devil is trying to send your way, it's not happening. They're bound to it, not you. And now they're obsessed because they're bound to losing out on opportunities, not you. Whatever they're trying to send your way, you're more powerful. You're a high priestess in the upright to the star card. So you're a very powerful healer, and you've been doing a lot of very powerful healing yourself. And maybe you're learning your healing abilities too, and your healing powers. All right, so you continue to heal for whatever manipulation that they're sending your way. And now they're upset, they're not happy because they're bound to whatever they try to send your way. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Please and thank you. Queen of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's on the fence, but more so in the reverse. So yes, tells me you're standing in your power, so you're more powerful than them. There's a lustful person. This could be a couple. The King of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands, or one could be your ex and one could be your divine counterpart's ex. You know what I mean? But they abuse their power. They're very lustful. Most likely is a witch. You know what I mean? There's a witch and a warlock. Right here, very lustful energy. They don't care. They'll do whatever they can. You know, they abuse their power to do this. This couple, or whatever this is, the King of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Wands in the reverse, they're not happy. They're not celebrating. They're really upset because they got nothing out of this. Whatever they tried to do, it backfired onto them, and they're bound to it. They keep doing some sort of dark manipulation on you that you continue to heal from. It's like you're immune to it. It doesn't affect you anymore. And they're upset about this. The Lovers, okay, this could be, and I feel like they are, like I just said, that this could be a couple. This could either be your ex, or this could be your ex, and the one could be your divine counterpart's ex, right? Or this could be a couple. This could be your ex and somebody that they're in a relationship with that was coming up against you, or whatever the situation is. They're mad because they abused their power. They're bound to whatever they did. You're making the right choices, and you're choosing love, the highest vibration of all. And, you know, because you're making the right choices, somebody wishes they chose you, but it's not happening. Somebody's doing some sort of love spells on you, and it's not working. You see them for who they truly are. And you're making the right choices, and you know things are going great for you. Somebody wishes they could go back, but they can't. Confirmation. Someone's name could be Emma. Somebody doesn't want you to hear this. Someone's name could be Emma, or I said Elma by accident. 8 of Cups. Now they got to walk away. It's an exit you walked away from. Okay, somebody was trying so hard to get you to walk away. They're trying to get you to walk away from your job, your work, or whatever you're creating, what you're doing. Because whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing with the High Priestess here with a Star card, whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing with your spiritual gifts, you're getting the victory. It's destined. They're constantly trying to attack it, to try to make you, and they're trying to bind it, but it's not working. You're breaking free of some sort of bondage, and you're you know, also there's an ex that you had, or if you're in a relationship with this person, you've already been getting, you know, hints you need to walk away from this person, because yeah, they've been attacking you the most. They were sent in anyway. You got to walk away from that person, or you already did. And now that you walked away, everybody sees the victory. Sees ever since you walked away from this person how much better you're doing, because they were the problem. You're having this huge transformation, okay? And now somebody's got to walk away. They're mad because they got to walk away from, yeah, you were their job. This is exactly what this is. You're your ex's job. This person that you were in a relationship with, you were their job. Okay, they were paid. They were promised the world. Okay, like all this money that was supposed to come to you, they got rid of you. They were going to get all this money, right? But they were very stupid. If they were smart, what they should have did was side with you. And because a lot of people were promised this money, okay, and most of them didn't get it. if any, right? And if they did get any, it's getting taken from them and going back to them. And now they have a financial curse, and they're mad. And ever since you walked away from them, they had a financial curse, and everything's been going down. It's been going like to hell for them because you are their blessing. That Four of Cups, or you are their blessing, right? And you are a gift from God. So now they don't have your divine power. They want to come sleep with you so bad because they want to suck out that divine goodness, your good karma, to dump in their bad karma and to siphon off you. Okay, but you cut the cords, or you need to cut the cords, and also completely cut that soul tie as well. And now that everything, ever since you did that, everything's like they're bound to it. Plus, ever since you walked away and you kept your sword up, right? They weren't expecting you to do that. They've been attacking you left and right, like clockwork. Like literally, they're hyper focused on you. They won't take their eyes off you. They're constantly, up your butt, like wondering what's going on, watching everything, asking people about you. Probably have people watching you, reporting. They want to know everything that you have, what you're doing, what you got going on. Don't tell anybody anything, okay? All they see is how strong and powerful you are, okay? Now, somebody needs to walk away because they realize you're too strong, you're too powerful. You're a very strong, powerful high priestess, very strong, powerful healer. Okay, you're definitely a very powerful healer. Everything they send your way, you heal from. So now they got to walk away because everything that they send your way, you just heal from it. It's like you're immune to it, and it goes back to them. And they're not that strong, they're not that powerful. And now that you've removed that cord, because that was another thing that was a very good thing for them was, you being a healer, and when you were in a relationship with them, especially when you were sleeping with them, they were stealing your healing abilities, okay? And plus you praying for them, or, the love that you had for them, right? Now that you cut that cord, and now their health is going downhill too. And the more healthier moves that you make for yourself and better moves you make for yourself, the worse it gets for them. Because what they constantly do is, if they hear you're doing something else that's more healthy or better or whatever, they constantly go to attacking it and trying to stop it and block it. And they're so hyper focused on doing that, not realizing that it's going to return to sender, and their health is already shit anyway because they're in all types of lower vibrational stuff, obviously, you know what I mean? They're very lustful. They sleep around with multiple people, they'll do anything to get their way, and they probably live the fast life, okay? It's what it seems like anyway. They probably do drugs, alcohol, or, you know what I mean? They'll do whatever suits them, whatever makes them happy, whatever makes them feel good, you know what I mean? No matter what the consequences are, because they don't think of the consequences while they do it, because they have such a big ego. They think they're like, they have a God complex. They think they'll get away with everything. They think that they're more powerful than anybody. They're, you know what I mean? And that's not the truth, okay? And they can't accept the fact that you're stronger and more powerful than them. So they were used to, when you were in a relationship with them, they were used to siphoning your healing abilities too. And now that that's removed, they're realizing, oh shit, like this isn't going to work anymore, because it's all backfiring onto them. And like, they've been stacking up all this bad karma. You've been stacking up all this good karma. They've been stacking up all this bad karma, plus attacking you, and everything's going back at them at once, and they're going to fall. It's going to, you know what I mean? And they're realizing they're not getting the victory or anything like this, and they're stuck in the rough waters because you're too strong, you're too powerful, you're a very strong, powerful healer, and very strong, powerful high priestess or high priest. All right. Now they're stuck in the rough waters. Also, what I'm getting to is like, while you were stuck in some sort of rough waters yourself, like when you're going through it, when you're in your dark night of the soul, all that did was make you stronger, make you more powerful. You went through everything for a reason. It sucked while it was happening, but it was a good reason to make you stronger, more powerful, and to let you, to have you become the person that you are. And they've seen ever since you walked away, like how much stronger you got. Okay, and like it hurt for you to walk away. You know what I mean? It wasn't, you know what I mean? But if you had to walk away, because if not, you're going to be stuck. They were the ones that were keeping you down low. Or if this is a relationship that you're still in, you need to walk away because this person's keeping you low. And now, if you're in a loving relationship, that's not for you. So don't go leaving your person if you're in a loving, you know what I mean? Was this like somebody that, like, if you've been getting, you intuitively know, like you caught them doing, yeah, you need to walk away, because if you don't walk away, you're going to be stuck in a rut. They're keeping you stuck. You know what I mean? Five of Pentacles. Now they gotta walk. Yeah, they walked. Ever since you walked away from them, they've been broke, down, disgusted. Okay, and Five of Pentacles energy, and they have a financial curse because they want to keep playing around and messing around and finding out. Someone could have lost a very good paying job, or they lost you. You were their job. They were paid to stalk you, harass you, and get close to you. They were promised the world and didn't get what they're supposed to. Now they're left out in the cold, and they're upset about that. And ever since you left them out in the cold, they've been stuck in the rough waters. They don't know what to do. And somebody wants to stop attacking your finances because it keeps back. Hi, baby boy. Hi, honey. You want to come sit with me? Want to see how your fans? There's an ant. That ant comes out every single time I do a reading. It's so weird. Hi, baby. I should probably just kill it, but I don't want to kill it. Hi, buddy. Say hi, your fans. I love you. You wake up and come down here and just say hi to me. Clyde just woke up and came down here to lay next to me. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what is the collective? And also, if you were in the Five of Pentacles energy too, that was just to make you stronger. You know what I mean? If when you were in some sort of, Five of Pentacles, your finances weren't, and that's another thing. You're going from lack to, like, from rags to riches. Not saying that you're ever in rags, but you know what I mean? It's going to be a huge difference like that. Like before, when you were stuck, you're stagnant, you didn't have forward movement, you weren't really getting no victories. It's because somebody was constantly trying to bind you and attack you. But the whole time, God had your back the whole time. And then when you're in the Five of Pentacles or in any rough situations, you know what I mean? It was just to, it was to strengthen you and to rely on God and to know that, that God had your back, just to keep your faith strong and, and also to test you too, to see if you're going to do anything that's, any reckless stuff like these people would do, but you didn't. Four of Cups. Now they're upset. They're left out in the cold, and they're all upset because they're losing out on opportunities. They're watching you, seeing that, knowing that you were the blessing, because ever since you walked away, everything went downhill for them, and they knew that. Four Swords in reverse. Somebody's unable to move on. They're stuck in somebody could be passing away. Somebody's unable to heal. Okay, ever since you walked away, their health has declined. They're stuck in the rough waters. They're not getting any victories now, and now it's like the tables have turned, right? And they constantly keep attacking you, and they're trying to bind you, and they're bound to all this now. It's backfiring onto them, and plus, like, their whole life. I'm telling you, if you've seen this person, though, since the last time you've seen them, they don't look the same. They look like either aged a lot, or they gained a lot of weight, lost a lot of weight, or something like this. Okay, their health is not, you know what I mean? They won't stop. You know what I mean? There's no rest for the wicked, is what I just heard. Okay, somebody has got to walk away because their health is also declining now as well, and they're bound to whatever they were doing. They're attacking your health, your beauty, your forward movement, your finances. They're attacking everything, and it backfired onto them. Somebody could have STD or disease. Somebody could be walking away from there could be a couple, one's walking away from the other one because they're finding out they have an STD, possibly that they can't heal from. Make sure you're getting rest. And yeah, and now they're in the Five of Pentacles energy. They're left out in the cold. So your ex got cheated on by the person that they were with, and possibly got an STD. The Magician. You're manifesting passionate new beginnings. Okay, you're a very powerful manifester. Okay, so now somebody, all right, they can't heal from whatever dark manipulation they did to you. They're stuck in. Okay, so but you're more powerful. Okay, because you're a high priestess. You're manifesting in the upright. Okay, you're manifesting stardom, success, victory. Okay, somebody's been doing some sort and a passionate new beginnings. All right, now somebody here is unable to heal from whatever dark manipulation they did to you, has backfired onto them. They're doing money blockages, love spells, they're doing a lot. They're attacking like almost everything, okay? But they're realizing you're too strong, you're too powerful. And now somebody was obsessively attacking your health and your beauty and your finances too. And it backfired onto them. And since they're trying to mess with your love life, they're trying to block your love life and your beauty and everything else. Whoever did that, their person cheated on them, or whatever the situation is, and they got some sort of diseases they can't heal from. Yeah, because you're a strong, powerful manifester. Okay, you've been standing in you're manifesting even more strength. You're gonna have more energy as well to be doing things. Okay, because somebody wants to walk away from doing some sort of dark manipulation, realizing that they were only attacking themselves this whole time. Come here, baby boy. Yeah, Nine of Wands, okay? because your perseverance, they weren't expecting you to persevere, to keep going. All right. And again, this person, that they wouldn't stop. They kept doing some sort of dark manipulation, but you continuing to heal, continuing to focus on your manifestations, your healing, and whatever you got going on, you're stronger and more powerful. Okay. And you continuing to get yourself even stronger by closing cycles, healing from things, and focusing on what you need to do and bettering yourself. Okay. Your continual, also something about continual prayer life. Okay. Make sure you are praying. You're laughing at these fools. Like, haha. See, it says, haha. Yeah, these people were at once was laughing at you, but the confirmation, they're not laughing at you anymore. Okay. Now, like, the tables have turned. They're not happy. They're not celebrating. They're not laughing. They're not joking. It's not a joke anymore, because now, someone's life is at risk here. Literally. Somebody could be literally bedridden, like somebody could be on a hospice, or like somebody could be in ICU, something like this. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, it's on the fence, but more so in the reverse. Someone spread a lot of lies, they were doing a lot of manipulation with lying against you. Okay, but you standing in your power, you manifesting in the upright, doing the right things, right? Keeping your sword up. Somebody's trying to do some sort of, they're trying to manifest you back. But they're trying to get you to lower your sword to them, but it's not happening. Okay, you're keeping your sword up. But there was a pathological liar here that was over here trying to attack you. They're doing a lot of manipulation by spreading lies and rumors about you, having people sign off on as saying that they were there, they seen you do this, that, and the other, or that you did whatever. They're having people vouch for the lies, but people are seeing through the lies, okay? And they're mad because you have your sword up. It's on the fence, but it's a little bit more so in reverse, okay? So somebody lied, okay, and you're protected from whatever devilish energy that they're doing. They're bound to the lies and everything that they did. All right, because people are seeing through it, and every lie that they told about you is going to be a fact in their life. Okay, it's really like whatever they were doing, they were saying it was you. All right, but now, like, whatever other lies that they were saying, they were just making up about you. It's going to happen into their life. Yeah, because you've been standing in your strength, and during this whole time with all this smear campaign, this persecution, and everything else that you went through, that just made you stronger and more powerful. All right, but somebody's doing some sort of manipulation to try to lower your sword, to try to get you to come back, to allow them back in, but stand in your strength and power. Keep your sword up, okay? And also, during all this smear campaign, everything, it just made you stronger. It made you more powerful, okay? You don't have to rely, you don't care what people think or what they say. That was like what was meant to happen, was for you to stop caring what people think or say, and realize, the truth comes out in the end. Who don't feed into any of their negative energy. Let them think what they want, let them say what they want. They're going to look like a fool in the end. What's done in the dark always comes to light, and it sure is. Clyde, why are you sleeping over there, Bob? Why don't you come sit next to me? Want me to bring your blanket now? He's laying next to his food bowl for some reason, looking over at me. Want me to bring your blanket down, babe? Five of Cups, okay? They're in grief, pain, sorrow, agony. Because you're going to keep your damn sword up and you don't want nothing to do with them. Eight of Swords, someone's trapped in their head, okay? Somebody's trapped in their head. They might be going to prison. King of Pentacles, you're about to get a raise, promotion, or job offer. Somebody's trying to bind this, okay? But it's not, or King of Pentacles. I thought it was Knight of Pentacles. There could be a King of Pentacles that's trapped in their head. And it's in grief, pain, sorrow, agony, because they're trying to bind you and they can't. All right, or they're trapped in their head about you being in this King of Pentacles energy, very reliable. You having this money, because also, yeah, they're upset about this because they walked away. Ever since you walked away, your money's been getting right. You're doing a lot better, and they have a financial curse now, right? And they're bound to whatever reckless shit that they did, and. You know what I mean? Somebody could be going to jail for what they did, but they're also trying to trap you and trying to trap your finances, and they got no victory out of what they did, okay? And they're watching you. They're seeing that your money's getting better and everything else, and they're freaking out because they know what they did. This could have been somebody that had a lot of money, too. They did. They had a lot of money, and they lost it, okay, from messing around and effing around and finding out. Yeah, now they're stuck. They're used to being being able to pay for things and having the upper hand, and now the tables have turned, and they're trapped in their head about this. They're trapped in their head about you being able to be responsible, reliable, not needing anybody, for anything. You know what I mean? Except for God. Hold on, let me bring. And now they're in grief, pain, sorrow, and agony about this. Clyde's like laying over here looking with his little sad eyes at me. I think he wants me to bring his blanket down. Come on, baby. You want your blanket down? Is that what you want? He loves this blanket. My daughter got it for me for Christmas, and it turned into Clyde's blanket. Come on, Bubby. I got your blankie. You want to come lay down? Come on, baby boy. You gonna come lay down? Ten of Swords, yeah, and it's a painful permanent ending to them. They're upset about this, okay? They're mad because they're stuck. They know it's over because you completely ended it. They're trying to end you from being in this financially stable spot, but they can't. They're not going to. They're getting no victory out of this. They're getting no victory out of ending anything for you. Why? Because they're also trying to get you to. They're constantly attacking you. Look, see what they're trying to do is end your spiritual gifts. They're trying to get you to act out of character and to do something reckless back to get you to lose out on your spot. They're trying to get you to they're doing sort of manipulation to try to get you to walk away from your post, but it's not working either. So they're going to get no victory out of this. They're constantly trying to end you from getting victories, right? What's this card over here? The Ace of Wands. They're trying to end your passion in the beginning. It's not happening, all right? And this could be a karmic father figure or a karmic father. It was a bully. It was a tyrant. They're evil as all get out. They're all the kings embodied in one. It could be an ex. It could be a boss, a karmic boss. It could be a father, an uncle, a grandfather. All right, and they're mad, okay, because it's completely over. Somebody could have passed away or might be passing away. Look, with that, yeah, the Ten of Swords, wow, to the Four Swords, the Six of Swords in the reverse to the Four Swords. Somebody's on their deathbed or they might have passed away, and you might not know about this. Somebody's either on their deathbed or about to be passing. It could be a karmic father, uncle, masculine energy, or grandfather or something like this. It's somebody who spread a lot of lies on you. It could be an uncle possibly because there's an aunt right there. Yo, aunt. Every time I do a reading, you end up coming out. I don't want to kill it, but it's like someone sending some sort of monitoring spirits to like watch. But yeah, so that's obsessed with doing so. They're in toxicity. Okay, with the Devil card, they're bound to the devil. That's constantly trying to bind you. All right, they've been spreading a lot of lies about you. They're doing a lot of manipulation. They're trying to end your work or your business. Somebody could have lost a business. Okay. Somebody lost a job or like that, you know what I mean? Somebody's business could be going under, but somebody's sick or will be, okay? Someone's either on their deathbed or they could have passed away and you might not know about this. And I feel like there was a King of Pentacles. There was a King of Pentacles that left you that was very well off. It was a family member, okay? It could have been a father, a grandfather, something like this, that left you this money. They're passing away for some sort of addictions or like some sort of like devilish, whatever they were doing, it's probably from the dark manipulation that they're doing to you. It's from a toxic lifestyle. Something about going round and round, okay? Something they kept doing. You know what I mean? For all their karmic shit they've been doing. All their dark energy they've been doing against you. Them constantly attacking you. Doing dark manipulation, addictions, lustful energy, being in a lustful energy, sleeping, it's their lifestyle. Their toxic lifestyle. Six of Pentacles, yeah. You're getting a generous blessing though. Okay, there could have been a father, uncle, or grandfather that passed away and left you. That was a King of Pentacles in the upright that left you this money. Okay, and somebody else was trying to do everything they could to leave. And I feel like somebody's on their deathbed and if they didn't pass away yet, somebody wants to be generous to you, okay? And because they're scared, they're afraid, they're on their deathbed, they know they're about to pass away and they're afraid of this. And I feel like they're going to tell on this, on whoever this is they were working with, this Queen of Swords in the reverse, who they were working with. That was like, sent them in or whatever the situation is. And this person wants to be generous to you. But you're getting this generous blessing no matter what. No one's going to stop it. They can't stop it. They can't block it. You have a lot of eyes on you. A lot of people are watching you. Page of Cups in the reverse. This person's very petty, very childish, okay? They're being just really petty and childish. They might want to try to come in love bombing you, possibly. They're not happy. They're Betty bitches, okay? They're being really petty. And real, I said Betty, so someone's name could be Betty. But they're being real petty because ever since you walked away, right? They've been going around. You had every reason to walk away, okay? And they're upset because they were a whore, they were a sleaze, whatever the situation is. They were, they weren't treating you right. They were doing, you know what I mean? And their mask is off. You ripped their mask off. You've seen through them, all right? You had every reason to. So now they're being petty and childish because everything backfired onto them. You're doing amazing. Their life is going down to hell in a handbasket. So they're just being childish and petty, trying to stop and block everything, But now the tables have turned and their world's turned upside down, and they're living on a thread. Like any second now, it's about to break, right? And they have a financial curse. So this person might possibly come in and love. How the hell did that ant get back down here? They might try to come in and love bomb you. Okay, but you're going to say hell to the no. But they're just being childish because you walked away from them, and ever since you walked away, your life's got so much better, and they feel like, how dare you do better? How dare you be able to go on without them, let alone go on and do better. You feel what I'm saying? 5 of Cups now, they're in grief, pain, sorrow, agony, because you're not going to accept their apology. You're not going to want them back. And they need you now. Yeah, because they know that you're a powerful healer. So somebody might come in, apologizing and love bombing you but again, they're just being real petty and childish. They need you because you're a powerful healer, and they're all living on they're about to pass away. If they have, they're stuck in the rough waters. There's something that they're going to die from. Look, there's something that's going to make them. Somebody could have lost a business possibly because they weren't showing up, or their business went under.